Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Social Doctor, and this is Dr. Ayushi. The Social Doctor is a platform for the doctors by the doctors. And we are here on a mission to help doctors with their career growth. And we do that by interviewing experienced medical professionals from different specialities. And today we have Dr. Magandeep Kaur with us. She has been in the corporate since the last 7 to 8 years, and so she's here to discuss about the alternative career opportunities for dental and medical graduates, something that she has learned in her journey, and she's here to discuss about the same. Welcome, Dr. Magandeep, to the platform.
Thank you, Dr. Ayushi. Hello, everyone. And thanks for having me on the Social Doctor and giving me this opportunity to share my experience with you all. I hope this session will be helpful for the viewers, right?
Yes, yes.
so,
I'm
so
pretty sure.
let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Magandi. Basically, I'm from Jaipur. So, completed all my education, including BDS, from
Hmm,
Jaipur itself.
hmm,
Currently, I'm based and working in Bangalore in an MNC. I have around 8+ years of experience, which includes both clinical and non-clinical.
hmm, hmm, hmm,
So, after completing my BDS in Jaipur, I have practiced dentistry for around 3 years. 2 years in Jaipur,
hmm,
and then I moved to Pune after my marriage.
hmm, hmm, hmm,
So there also I practiced for 1 year.
hmm,
So while practicing, I thought that to join some company, as there are so many opportunities in metro city.
hmm, 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 hmm,
So I thought, let's start this. And,
hmm,
so I came across this program in clinical research, which I found very relevant to start my non-clinical career.
hmm, hmm, hmm,
So,
hmm,
I thought as my husband is also in IT, so
hmm,
it suited me and him also, to complement each other.
correct.
I joined this program in clinical research, which is very, it's a regular course.
Hmm,
So then immediately, after completing this course, it was of 6 to 8 months of course. It was regular program. So immediately after completing this regular diploma in clinical research, I got a job in an MNC in Pune.
hmm.
So that's how it started.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So it's been around 3 years into the corporate, and I work with a few big organizations which are
Hmm,
into the
hmm, hmm, hmm.
insurance industry of US healthcare. So I liked it. It was a wonderful experience. And it's pretty good to gain experience from such organizations. It boosts your confidence a lot.
Correct, correct. Actually, glad to know that you have figured out various things, with your experience in
Yeah.
corporates. And so, we also have this opportunity to gain everything from your experience.
Yeah, of
So
course.
let's
Sure, sure.
so let's start with the first opportunity that you want to discuss, the first career alternative that a medical or a dental graduate can go for.
Okay, so I have started with clinical research. So here also I'll start with it only. So
Hmm,
it is basically a branch of the healthcare science. It's a part of the healthcare, which deals with the safety of drug, medical devices, and the diagnostic procedure. Uh, it's related to all of these procedures, and then it starts with the discovery of the molecule to the trial on the animals and also on the humans. So
hmm.
it surrounds itself to the trials,
Yes.
to the different trials. And there are so many institutes in India which offer
Hmm,
so many modules, programs.
hmm.
One can choose according to their preference. It can be short term, it can be long term. you
Okay.
know
Huh.
so if someone has the time constraints, if he or she can't do all the whole year long procedure,
Hmm.
so he can join this short term program, which vary from 4 months to 6 months.
Okay.
Then there is distance learning, and there is regular programs. So those who are already into the job, they can join distance learning,
Hmm.
and those who have time and they are just freshers,
Hmm.
they can join this regular program.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's all over the India. So charges may vary according to the institute. It's vary from 20,000 to 1.5 lakh.
Okay.
So one can choose accordingly, according to their budget, according to their time.
Hmm.
So that's and they have different modules, syllabus. If someone has some particular interest, like in medical writing, they have medical writing, clinical data management, clinical trial management, and also the pharmacovigilance. So if someone wants to do a desk job, like in case of females, they
Hmm.
mostly they want the desk job.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
they can opt for this clinical data management and this pharmacovigilance. Then, if someone has the inclination towards the writing, then they can opt for the medical writing.
Okay.
So, so many roles belongs to it. One
Hmm,
can
hmm, hmm,
choose
hmm.
according to their preference.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And eligibility is also basic, basic life science graduates, also MBBS, BDS, BAMS, BHMS, anyone can join. Just they should be from life science graduates.
Yes. Okay. Now, when you
Yeah.
mentioned about the courses, are there any particular institutes that you can mention that are good? What do you say?
Yeah, there are so many institutes like Clini India.
Hmm.
I've done this course from Clini India, and many other institutes. One can Google it.
Okay.
So yeah.
So there is not much difference between the institutes. Is there anything
No,
different?
it's all about the self learning and self motivation.
Okay.
The only thing matters is self learning.
Okay.
You are doing your exams, you are giving your test
Hmm.
on time, and you are properly learning the field you are in.
Yes. Yes.
So there are so many opportunities like big names, TCS, Accenture, Cognizant. They are really opening up for the new and good medical profiles,
Yes.
like in pharmacovigilance,
Hmm.
and they have also started in the scientific writing.
Hmm. Hmm.
So they are also opening up for these medical professionals. There
Okay.
are so many opportunities,
Okay.
and with this clinical data management, so many people think that we have to go to the trial sites. We have to do research and we have to go on to the fields. So
Hmm.
it's not like that. With the data management, it just connects all the research work. We will be doing the desk job,
Hmm.
and these MNCs gets the projects,
Hmm.
research projects
Hmm.
from all over the world.
Yes.
So so yeah. So people think we will be the part of the research team,
Hmm.
who are doing the research, but it's not like that.
Hmm.
As I told you, we will work with the MNCs who's getting the different projects around the world, and which is related to the clinical research. We will just handling the data, just that, and
Okay.
it's a 9 to 5 job.
Okay.
It's very comfortable, right?
That.
And
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the it's predominant in cities like Hyderabad,
Hmm.
Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, in these type of cities, one can find many options.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So now when you mention about, different MNCs that are hiring, freshers also,
Yeah.
vigilance and clinical research, what are the kind of pay scale that they provide for a fresher?
Yeah. As a fresher, we start with, 2 to 3 lakhs per annum. They give it. And in some companies, start with 3 to 4. Depends on the company and your previous experience. They give some 30% hike.
Hmm.
So, if you are already have the 2 to 3, then they'll offer you around 3 to 4. So it's good for a fresher, in data entry jobs and data coding.
So it
It's
is
the
three
entry
to four
level.
lakhs
Yeah,
per annum. What?
correct, correct,
Yes.
correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So for entry level jobs, these are like 2 to 3, and then one can move to the positions like CRC, clinical research coordinator,
Hmm.
clinical research associates. So, also if you are already into the industry, you know all of this, where to go, where to move, and
Hmm.
what are the upcoming positions,
Hmm.
how can we change. So it's
Hmm.
nothing to, give more detail.
Okay.
So most of the desk job are like data handling, you
Hmm.
know, also they consider the compensation which they are giving.
Okay.
It's very, yeah, it's very good.
It's
One
very
can, join.
good.
Most of the people don't know about it, but those who
Mm-hmm.
know, they are applying for the corporate profile and they're pursuing this nine to five jobs, you know. So, yeah.
Actually, Dr. Pallavi is also asking related to the same. It's just she's asking that it's a myth around the clinical researchers that they are underpaid. I want to know your comments on the view.
So,
Or
yeah, these are the myths. We are underpaid, but it's not like that. I started in clinical research from 3.5. So it's not like that. It's not that much. It's not that too low. We can
Hmm,
start with 3 to 4. So it's good for me to start. It's a good
yeah,
career start for me. And
definitely.
also, the kind of education people are now have in India,
Hmm,
more of the West world MNCs, they are focusing on India now, and India is now becoming the low cost hub for their clinical research. So
yes.
so many opportunities are coming to
Hmm,
the MNCs and this pharmacovigilance practices.
correct. Correct.
So there will be also more upcoming jobs in market, and those who are entering or those who are just willing to enter into this field would get the benefit for sure in coming years, and new entrants can focus on these kind of roles.
Okay.
It can give them a good career start. Don't be so.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
uh,
So now, already discussed about the first opportunity. Let's get to the second one. What is the second opportunity that you want to discuss on the platform?
so what happened while doing this, job into the clinical research? So when I'm working into the corporate for around 2 to 3 years,
Hmm.
I observed that there are some mid-level opportunities. I'm talking about the MBA
Hmm.
and as a business analyst. After doing this MBA, one can opt for the business analyst role. It's
Hmm.
very upcoming,
Hmm.
and someone wants to move to mid-level roles, which requires higher management degrees.
Hmm.
Then what happened? I completed my MBA in healthcare last year itself from Wellinger Institute, which is in Pune. So it is definitely a step up to a career. One can always look up to these kind of roles.
Hmm. Hmm.
So there will be couple more opportunities coming for this BA profile, and for this one needs a PG degree in management,
Okay.
and then 2 to 3 years of industry experience. You have to be in industry for already 2 to 3 years,
Okay.
so it becomes easy for you.
Okay.
And the basic analytical skills, basic communication skills.
Hmm. Hmm.
For this BA role also, there are so many institutes
Hmm.
who are providing these courses. They also give this, job assistance program.
Hmm.
Some give the job assistance, and it's not compulsory.
Okay. Okay.
So these courses are like CBAP from the IABA. It's a recognized institute. One can always have an option of this.
Hmm.
And industry is also opening up for more medical profiles,
Okay.
going forward.
Okay.
So this BA, a business analyst in healthcare domain, is very upcoming. It's also, it's insurance with the healthcare. It's really very good role. So, what is the role of BA? If anyone asks, so
Hmm.
it is to gather the requirement or the information from the client,
Hmm.
for healthcare software development. As we all are from healthcare, so we will be doing MBA in healthcare, and also we will be getting the opportunities with the healthcare industry, the companies which are related to the healthcare,
Hmm.
and they also give the requirement for the healthcare product
Hmm.
because you know, so we as a BA we gather the requirement for the software development and whatever the client wants in software as per industry practices and rules and regulations given by
Hmm.
foreign regulatory bodies, and these are all according to the practices, foreign medical organizations.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So, according to following all these rules, we will be delivering the product to the client, what they want,
Hmm.
right? Firstly, we write it down, requirement, then we provide it to the development team. We have a team of, developer, testers, and BAs and clients, right? So as a team, we make this product, and then at last we deliver it to the client, right? So there's a whole process of BA, and it takes around, sometimes 6 months, sometimes, it takes 1 to 2 years. So it's a very long process. It's not that easy, and there's a need to become techno functional in this profile,
So
because it is,
basically, it's a medium level job because you need experience also, and you need to do your MBA also.
correct. We need the skills,
Hmm.
for the day-to-day operations. Like, we will be handling the Microsoft Office,
Hmm.
so which includes both advanced Excel, PowerPoint, Word, and tools like Visio. So, this technical skills is a must
Hmm.
for these kind of roles,
So when
because
you mention about other jobs also, as you mentioned about clinical research, with that also we need technical skills for like MS Office, Excel.
uh, not that much, because basic computer skill will do in
Okay,
that kind of role. But in this, you have to be very,
very good,
technical.
definitely.
Yeah, because these are very highly paid jobs, and they have faster career growth. One can opt for this, and high level of exposure in the industry, as you will be traveling around the world, so you will get the exposure, right? So I would like to advise to new people to have the basic knowledge, to manage your work, to prioritize your work, you
Mm-hmm.
know, to if you want to move to these mid-level management roles,
Yes,
you
yes.
have to upskill yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, firstly, you should be well versed with the healthcare knowledge. If this is your domain, you don't have to get some specific certification, or some specific knowledge. You already have it as a doctor. We already have it. So, we will be having the technical knowledge, then computer skill. It's a must, because the main responsibilities are the project management as a BA, then stakeholder management, then requirement gathering, and then end-to-end issue resolution.
Definitely.
It is a basic function,
Mm.
right? So this is the whole process. It's very interesting to know, and also to utilize your healthcare knowledge. One Some people always think that, yeah, I've done this, that, and what to do now, and my all degrees and knowledge, it goes in vain. What to do? No, it's not like that. Will you utilize your healthcare knowledge? Plus, you have to upskill your techno-functional skill.
Mm.
Plus, on the other hand, you end up creating value to the customer, that is your client,
Right. Correct.
right? Yeah.
Correct. No, that's actually really nice to know about this job as well, and to understand there are such good opportunities with corporates as well. So let's
Yeah.
get to the third career opportunity. What is the third career opportunity?
So, yeah, before going to that point, I would like to mention that in this pay, the entry level pay starts from 4 to 5 lakhs in BA. As a
Okay.
BA, you
Okay.
start with around 5 lakhs, and then a season BA can go up to 50 to 60 lakhs. It's
Okay.
that much highly paid job. So it's it's very tempting. And
So what is the
yeah.
kind of lifestyle with this? Is it also it's a difficult lifestyle?
There is work life balance. If you have work, then you have to do for 7 to 8. There will be calls, there will be back to back calls, but sometimes you are just sitting idly, you have no work. So there is a basic work life balance. There's no much of
Okay.
that always 24-hour working. It's not like that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's good.
Okay.
So
Chalo,
now we'll discuss
let's
this.
get to the third career opportunity.
Yeah. So we will be moving to health insurance now. This is
Okay.
the this is also emerging industry.
Important. Yes.
And
Yes.
it's a very important part in the health
Hmm.
insurance sector. General insurance, health insurance, life insurance. So medicals will do into the health insurance. So India is a huge market for growing, insurance needs, and this also creates huge job opportunities for aspirants. So, doctors are utilized by these companies, insurance companies, be it, in US healthcare, or be it Indian healthcare, so anything. So there are so many profiles like medical reviewer. You can work as medical reviewer. Then you can work as medical summarizer, and many other profiles. There are so many. So they play a very important role in verification of claim payments against health insurance coverage. Right? It's very important, very critical, and very detail oriented job, right? And also the medical underwriting of applicants before the acceptance. So medical writing is also underwriting is also the part of the health insurance. It comes under this only. If you gain experience as a medical summarizer or reviewer for 2 to 3 years or around 4 years, then you can move up to these medical underwriting profiles. They are also highly paid jobs. So as a medical underwriter, what we do is we get the information in the PDF form from the onshore team, and being given by the underwriting team, it has to be studied, then investigated for the red flag. Because we are into the insurance, we have to find the whatever the red flags are and determine the risk of insuring the client. So, it is very important. And, to decide whether to take the application or not, we analyze the patient's medical information and all personal information. Then, we have to calculate, and then we decide the whether to take, whether to decline it, or whether to, accept it. If we are accepting, what will be the premium? Then we have to calculate it. So it's very interesting, being an expert and a good understanding of medical terminologies and medical sort of things. Doctors are in great demand for these roles, and there's no specific certification we need. There's just basic, BDS, MBBS, or the basic life science graduate if they have the experience, so they can join this. And if you have some experience with some TPAs, these insurance companies, and so one can join this. And some companies also, offer to freshers. They provide the uh, entry level jobs for freshers as a medical professional, along with the on job training. So you don't have to worry. You will get the training with the computer skills, or a whole process. What is team doing? What is this process? How it goes? So they will give you all the training to understand the IT system and the, software. So yeah, it's very it's very it's very nice to have that.
Correct. So now when you mention with the insurance industry, what is the kind of lifestyle and the pay scale a fresher has?
So as I told you, in medical underwriting jobs,
Need
they yeah, so they get around 4 to 5 lakhs per annum. They start with this as a medical reviewer or medical summarizer. So yes, it's good, and there's a work-life balance. It's good 9 to 5 job. It's good for females, and one can have it. It's okay. One can also manage their family, because for females it's very
It's very
necessary.
correct.
Yeah. So
So, in fact, Dr. Narendra is asking which is the best company in insurance world to work for.
there's nothing like best, 'cause there are so many companies like in Pune, it's Principal Global Services, and then All State Solutions Private Limited. They are very good. They are like very top notch in insurance sector. They deal with the US healthcare, and it's very nice to have. I worked with these companies. They are. It was very nice experience.
Doctor, can you please, speak a bit loudly. Maybe, I'm getting some,
Okay.
comments of we cannot hear.
Okay. Okay. So one second, I need to adjust it. So is it okay now?
Yes, yes,
Am
it's
I audible?
yes, surely.
Yeah.
So, good to know about the medical underwriting part and about the
Yeah.
pay scale and the lifestyle. So let's get to the next level of, the next career opportunity that is coming forward.
So next we will be discussing, this medical coding
Hmm.
and what we can also call it medical billing.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, it's different from medical transcription. So, what medical coder does is to extract the information
Hmm.
from patients, medical reports
Hmm.
and convert them into the industry standard medical
Hmm.
code.
Hmm.
So it doesn't need any specific certification. It
Hmm.
is the code we develop is accepted universally.
Hmm.
So so these codes are used to process the claims with the third party players and
Hmm.
to collect the statistics, to track the information of specific disease treatments.
Hmm. Hmm.
So pursue medical coding, the individual just need to have the bachelor's degree, or
Hmm.
if someone has the master, then it will also do.
Hmm.
So it will preferably from the life science background.
Okay. Oh.
Right? So there's no specific course, but there are some courses like CPC and CCS.
Hmm.
I've heard about it. These are some specific courses for the
Hmm.
entry level because after doing this, you will be delivering highly professional medical coders to the healthcare BPO.
Definitely.
So some companies prefer these certificates,
Hmm.
and one must also have the analytical ability to read and to analyze medical records and patient details,
Hmm.
by using the right codes
Hmm.
for the billing procedures.
Hmm. Hmm.
Huh?
Hmm. Hmm.
So, as I already told you, India is the preferred destination for
Hmm.
offshoring medical coding because
Hmm.
it becomes the low cost hub and people are highly educated here.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
So yeah. So being one of the most demanding sector, medical coding is undoubtedly creating numerous jobs opportunities for medical and life sciences students.
Okay.
So yeah.
So, what is the kind of lifestyle and pay scale with this kind of opportunity?
Pay scale, as I already told you, for all of these kind of roles, it starts the basic from 3 to 4. It depends on the company and your previous, uh,
Experience.
previous experience. Yeah, it
Hmm.
depends.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay. And the lifestyle as a medical coder?
Yeah, it's good. It's like another corporate
Right
lifestyle.
job.
So very, yeah, it's good. Okay to have
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
9 to 5 job.
Hmm.
Work life balance is there.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
one can enjoy, it fits to most of the aspiration. Most people want to live this comfortable life. There's no emergency, there's no, it's like that.
Hmm.
So,
Correct. So, this medical, just wanted to understand the medical coding is equivalent to medical transcription also, or these things are different?
so these things are different. The both courses are different. So in medical transcription, what one does is uh, they translate the recorded files
Mm.
into the PDF or into the documents.
Yes,
So
yes.
this it's a basic difference in that.
Okay. Okay. And the same also has some opportunities with the.
Yeah, same opportunities, same. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
So they also once again I'll mention this distance learning MBA and this full time. I have one question.
Hmm.
Someone is asking that there's a question. That full time MBA is a must to have or the part time MBA is good to have. What to do?
Hmm.
So in my point, there is some point to consider. If you have the interpersonal skills
Hmm.
and you have the knowledge of know-how of the MBA stuff, and also you already fulfill the eligibility criteria, then distance learning will also, do the same thing. It will also have the same impact. And just one thing you should be aware that you're learning. So your, as I already told you, exam, test. So you should be serious about these things. And
Okay.
so in distance learning programs, there's only the self motivation, which matters a lot, in this. So for some people, this what we say, this regular program is definitely, it's a, definitely it's a good choice, but uh, you know not everyone can opt for
Correct.
this.
Correct.
Yeah. So
Correct.
there are many good institutes around the country, like Symbiosis, Wellinger, for this distance learning programs. They are very, they are top notch in it. But I will also recommend this full time. It's not that, definitely it has its own advantages. But in case you have, in this case, you have to give up and take a break from your job when you are already into the 6 to 7 years of career down the line. So, it won't allow you. So that is why. But if it allows you, you
Then
can definitely go for it. Definitely.
yes.
It's a good choice. Right?
So
So,
the idea, yes.
yeah, please tell.
Yes. No. Please continue. Sorry, I
So
interrupted.
I was just saying this distance learning program, these are very flexible to complete the profiles, and one can catch up to a different career after doing this.
Correct.
One can opt for this.
Correct. So the idea, basically, what I understood by Dr. Magandeep is it's necessary to upskill, no matter
Correct,
what.
correct,
Whether
correct.
distance learning
Absolutely.
or regular MBA, it's necessary to upskill to get better opportunities. If you do not do that, the opportunities cannot come. So this is
Correct,
what she mentioned.
correct.
So
Yeah.
there are some questions. Let's in which Dr. Narendra is again asking, in which sector we can work in medical coding, pharmacy.
In like in pharmacovigilance, we have that, and in clinical data management also,
Hmm.
clinical research, I have already mentioned it. So medical, as a medical coder, you can start with this clinical research companies as a MNCs. These are predominantly in Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad. So there are plenty of options for
Okay.
this.
Okay. Dr. Sakshi is asking, can you tell me the names of companies in Pune
For this coding or
or
something else?
in general, for maybe the clinical research thing?
So there are so many companies like TransPerfect. There is TransPerfect Solutions Private Limited.
Hmm.
Then Principal Global Services, and so Equia in Bangalore,
Hmm.
and this Indigene in Bangalore.
Hmm.
Then All State Solutions Private Limited. This is also in Pune and also in Bangalore.
Hmm.
So many companies, you can
You can search for.
list. Yeah, yeah, correct.
Dr. Sarika is asking, ma'am, I'm a dentist. I really need a paying job. Now I have 2 years experience. What is the non-clinical platform which is the best?
So these all are the, these are very good clinical research and all this. What I've told you, medical coding, medical transcription, then health insurance as a medical summarizer. So first you look into your interest,
Hmm.
and then you start looking for pros and cons of every field,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So yeah, so
And
start looking for different avenues,
hmm.
if, where you can utilize your graduation degree.
Correct.
So you, it's up to you to
Hmm.
look into the your interest,
Hmm. Hmm.
right?
So Dr. Diksha is asking how to search for opportunities in MNCs.
You can make your profile on this naukri.com, then LinkedIn. So you will get plenty of opportunities and options. you will be getting the mails, you will get all the industry related profiles.
Mm,
So it's very easy, analyze your area of interest,
mm,
then you have to work hard towards achieving your goal.
mm. Correct. Dr. Neeraj is asking, I'm a BDS. I have clinical experience of 6 years, but now
Yeah.
I want to change my line like hospital management. What do you suggest?
So I will suggest, as you already done this hospital management, is it?
No,
No.
no, no. He has clinical experience of 6 years. He's planning to pick up hospital management. So he's asking your suggestion.
So I would rather suggest you can do MBA in healthcare. It will give plenty of options. After that you can join as a BA,
Hmm,
in healthcare,
hmm,
also in insurance domain.
hmm.
So yeah, it's good.
It's
One
great.
can always do this.
Okay. Okay. Now, now when you have worked for more than, 6+ years in corporate, what is the difference between your clinical experience in corporate, and how has your life been till now?
So my experience was very good with all of these, the clinical also, and it was very interesting to work.
Hmm,
But after moving to another location, another city, it was very difficult to communicate to their regional language.
correct.
So it was a challenge for me. But still, I have practiced for 1 year.
Hmm,
So I was very clear in my head, like being a woman, I have to manage my family setup and career so that my degrees and knowledge won't go in vain.
yes, yes,
It doesn't go waste. So
correct.
I have started looking for another job as I was in metro city.
Hmm,
So there were many options. So
hmm,
these 9 to 5 job was very suitable for me for my family. So I started looking for the different avenues where I can use my graduation degree,
hmm,
and also if I need it, I would upskill my knowledge. It is very crucial. So
yes.
this clinical research gives me the ample opportunities, and
Hmm.
I started with this, and so it's good. It's pretty good now.
Okay, okay. I'm glad to know that you have had a great experience till now. So
Yeah.
when you mention about getting technically sound, what are the important things that you want to the freshers to understand to be technically sound with, whether it's MS Office or Excel, or what is it, what is the very important one, two things that you say that you cannot live without?
Yeah, so get into the corporate, you have to be techno functional first. So you have to brush up your computer skills. You should be well versed with the Microsoft Office Advanced Excel. So and also this Word, PowerPoint, and tools like Visio. So you should always be upskilling. Learning should never be stopped.
Hmm,
There are so many videos on YouTube. There are so much of content on Google. One can always use that thing.
correct, correct,
So there's no need to join some program and always spend your money to the courses and certifications. There's no need. You can upskill on
yes,
your own,
correct,
right?
correct.
So some people think there is after doing BDA there's limited scope. But if you see the bigger picture, upskilling is very important in this competitive world, right? One should always be open to upskill his knowledge and skills, which surely will give you the benefit,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. Actually, that's really motivating to hear
Mhm.
all of this. So let's end this on a high note. Anything from your end for these students who are looking for, you know, for changing their career? What is it that you want to tell them?
Uh, just one thing I would like to advise to the new entrants and to the new people, that advancement in career is totally based on individual's capability, to perform and take himself to the next level.
Correct.
It's only up to them.
Hmm.
So I would, yeah, I would like to advise to people that
That's
upskill.
a very
Mm,
big thing, actually, that
yeah,
everything is in your hands. If you
yeah,
you want
correct.
to do great, it's in your hands. Just upskill and increase your capabilities to do well, and you will
Yeah,
achieve what you want to. So
correct, correct,
that's
correct.
that's great to to know
So,
about this.
yeah, you carve your destiny. It's only you. It's up to you. All in your hand.
Hmm. Sorry. Yes, there was so glad to know all of this. I am sure that the viewers must be really guided in the right track, in the right direction, especially listening to your motivational words and your understanding how did you upskill and how did you understand what to get into corporates. This
Yeah.
In fact, thank you so much, Dr. Magandeep, to come on the platform to actually to agree to let us know about your journey, how all of this started, and how did you upgrade yourself. Discussing about the four major opportunities in the corporates is commendable on her part. Thank you so much to be here. So
And thanks, Dr. Ayushi, for having me on the Social Doctor. Once again, I'll thank you. And I hope, this session will help viewers.
yes. I'm sure it is. It will. And all of you who find this session really helpful, do share it with your friends and colleagues who are looking for career alternatives, who are looking for change, to help them understand about so many different kinds of opportunities that are there in the market to build their skill and have a better life ahead. Thank you so much, everyone, to be here with us at this time and listening to this insightful discussion with Dr. Magandeep. Do follow us on our YouTube and Instagram pages as well to see all our old videos that can also help you in different ways with your career growth. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Magandeep, to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you,
Yes,
Dr. Ayushi.
yes.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, bye.